Reading first, please. We're good.
We're good.
I didn't do the dynamics as much as I wanted, but I got all of my slowdowns where I want them.
The very last fermata that you executed, it was not clear quite to folks which type of fermata it was, because I heard some of two different things.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have any articulation changes marked in. So
Yeah.
do from pick up to 7, and decide on an articulation for the phrase at 7, and then another articulation for the final phrase.
All right.
And just do them differently, just for practice.
To be honest, I totally forgot that last one.
Yes, I know.
Because I was busy watching these guys.
Mhm.
Cool stuff.
You didn't even conduct the class,
What?
Right, do y'all have pitches for pick up to 7?
Yes.
Bass, tenor,
That is our
alto, soprano. Good. That fermata was much clearer. There are a couple people who were looking down who didn't catch it, but that's their fault and not yours.
Okay.
Um,
It was there that time. I think that was the difference. I didn't
Well,
do it
yes.
the first time.
it was not entirely clear from your prep what the articulation for 7 was to be. You got into that articulation after having gotten us started.
Yeah, I know.
So
I was kicking
do that again just for practice and see if you can get, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to tell you to do? Start at the beginning and make one of the phrases within the thing staccato, but don't tell us which one. And see if you can get us to do staccato on the very first note of the phrase, which in this particular chorale is always beat 4. Okay?
Maybe that was next week.
Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. You don't need to conduct through the pattern.
Oh, man, unless I do crescendo.
That's fine, but still do it with one single gesture. Otherwise, it'll confuse people as to what's actually going on, whether you want it goes on to another part or something.
Okay.
You only do that if there's somebody that has a moving line.
All right.
I was going to say one other thing. Okay, so technical question for everybody. Because it worked okay, but I'm wondering if we can think together about exactly what would be needed to make it work reliably. How do you do a staccato beat coming after a fermata with no breath?
Sarah.
I think you have to make the prep a little more, a little sharper. Like if you're going, like,
I mean, you have to keep the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. But at some point, in order to convey staccato, this baton does have to stop.
Yeah.
Maybe halfway through the rising motion, you just go, whoop.
I mean, obviously, if you don't breathe, that helps.
If you don't breathe, it helps, yes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had actually put staccato there, I would not have put that hyperform on it.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
and they
but
don't go together
in
very well.
some cases in music, you're going to want it. So, for example,
I can't
I mean, suppose you really did want Was hast du verbrochen?
Well, you just did it.
Did I?
Yeah, you just did.
I wasn't
You sort of, yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
brought your hand up and then you stopped it for a second and then you did the staccato thing.
All right, so,
Oh yeah. And,
okay, all right. Here's what I want y'all to do real quick. Take your hand, sleeps or Jesu. I don't know, this is probably actually not going to be effective as an exercise right this second because we all know what is wanted. And so we're going to do it because we're nice.
Could he do it in a different place?
Yeah, I'll just.
Okay, all right. Here's what I want y'all to do. For with your interpretations for the 3/4 chorale that I just gave you on Wednesday, just look at them real quick. Is there any spot? It's got to be 2 quarter notes in a row where nobody has moving eighth notes.
Oh,
Otherwise, we'll really
Yeah.
tangle
This
ourselves.
has like no eighth notes in it at all.
That's true. So you got lots of opportunities. Is there a place where you could put a fermata with no breath followed by a staccato beat? And don't tell your neighbor where it is. Okay, put one in for the 3/4 chorale. And it can be a weird place in the phrase too. That's fine. In fact, that's probably better. All right, now here's the thing. Okay, I think I'm going to do the mother's maiden name thing again.
What?
So, the mother's maiden name thing again. So, what I'm trying to do is like scramble the locations of the fermata in this chorale so that we won't know where each other's weird fermatas are going to happen, which will give the conductors a real test of whether it's successful or not. So, listen carefully. Have you all found your place to do a fermata with no breath followed by staccato?
Indeed.
Okay, have you marked it in?
No.
Okay, mark it in. Once you have marked it in, listen very carefully. If your mother's maiden name begins with A through M, find a place to do a fermata with no breath with a legato follow through before the one you just marked. If your mother's maiden name is N through Z, find a place after the one you just marked to do a fermata with no breath and a legato follow through. You see my game here?
Yeah.
Okay.